Hey everyone, and welcome. Have you ever looked around and realized that shapes are literally everywhere? Well, today we're going on an adventure into their secret world. We're going to become shape explorers and find out all about their hidden powers. You ready to get started? I thought so. Let's do this. Our amazing journey starts right now. Okay, our first stop is the incredible shape world. And we're here to meet the polygons. And trust me, these guys are way cooler than you might think. So, in this world, there are some pretty special creatures. You could even call them superstars. They're called regular polygons. And what makes them so special, you ask? Well, they live by a few simple, really neat rules that make them look, well, perfect. So what's their big secret? It's actually super simple. A regular polygon has two main superpowers. First, all of its sides are the exact same length. And second, all of its inside corners, we call those angles, are the exact same size. Equal sides, equal angles, that's the magic formula. Let's take a closer look at these awesome superpowers. Power number 1, all sides are the same length. Check. Power number 2, all the angles are the same size. Double check. And here's a really cool one. The number of sides is always the same as the number of corners. Oh, and they also have these things called symmetrical axes, which are basically perfect fold lines. You can fold them in half a bunch of different ways, and they'll match up perfectly every time. Let's meet a few of these polygon pals, shall we? Okay, first up, the equilateral triangle. It's got 3 sides, 3 corners, and yep, 3 symmetrical axes. Then there's the square. 4 sides, 4 corners, 4 axes. See where this is going? What about a regular pentagon? That's right, 5, 5, and 5. And a hexagon? You got it, 6, 6, and 6. How cool is that pattern? Okay, explorer, are you ready for your next mission? This one's a bit like being a detective. We're gonna learn how to read a shape's mind by measuring its angles. Let's get our gear ready. Now, every good detective needs a special tool, right? For this mission, our go-to gadget is the protractor. This little thing is the key to unlocking the secrets of any angle. It's how we're gonna figure out exactly what's going on inside these shapes. Don't worry, using this thing is a piece of cake. First, you take the little hole or crosshairs in the middle of the protractor and put it right on the corner, the vertex of the shape. Got it? Okay, next, you line up one of the shape's sides with that bottom line on the protractor, the one that says 0. And finally, you just look to see where the other side of the shape points on the scale. That number, that's your angle. See? Easy peasy. And what does it say? We've done it. Mission accomplished. We've just read the pentagon's mind, and it's thinking 108 degrees. Every single one of its inside angles is exactly 108 degrees. That is some fantastic detective work, explorer. All right, you're doing great. Time for our next challenge. We're moving from just knowing shapes to actually building with them. And to do that, we need to know 2 super important things: the distance around them and the space inside them. So let's get this straight. Perimeter versus area. What's the difference? Well, think of it like this. Perimeter is the distance all the way around the outside of a shape. It's like building a fence around a garden. Area, on the other hand, is all the space inside the shape. That's like the grass you plant inside the fence. So perimeter is the fence, area is the grass. Got it? Okay, let's put this into practice. Imagine we're making a cool bookmark, right? And we want to put a nice border of green paper all the way around the edge. The big question is, how much paper do we need to go all the way around? Are we building a fence or planting grass here? That's right, it's a fence. So this is a perimeter problem. So how do we solve it? Well, remember, for perimeter, we only care about the outer edges. Let's count them up. This bookmark has 7 outer sides. And if we measure one, we see it's 9 centimeters long. Since it's made of regular shapes, all the outer sides are the same. So the calculation is pretty simple. 7 sides times 9 centimeters each, which gives us 63 centimeters. That's how much green paper we need. Okay, awesome job on the perimeter. Now for a new puzzle. Look at this wall. We want to paint it. This time, we don't care about the edges, right? We need to know how much space we need to cover with paint. So fence or grass? Definitely grass. This, my friends, is an area problem. Now this shape looks a little weird, doesn't it? But here's a super useful trick. When you have a weird shape, just split it into smaller, easier shapes that you already know.
Let's slice this one into two simple rectangles. We'll call them A and B. For rectangle A, we multiply its sides. 3 meters times 2 meters gives us 6 square meters. For rectangle B, it's 3 meters times 5 meters, which is 15 square meters. To get the total area, we just add them together. 6 plus 15 is 21 square meters. Done!
Okay, you have officially mastered flat 2D shapes. So you know what that means? It's time to level up. We are blasting off from the flat world into the third dimension. Get ready to explore 3D shapes and a brand new concept called volume. So what on earth is volume? It's pretty simple, actually. It's just the amount of space a 3D object takes up. The best way to picture it is to think about filling that object with tiny little building blocks, like little 1 centimeter cubes. The total number of cubes that you can fit inside, that's the volume. And guess what? That awesome split the shape trick we use for area, it works for volume too. If you have a big, complicated 3D shape, just break it down into smaller, simpler blocks. You calculate the volume for block A, then you calculate the volume for block B, and then you just add them together to get the grand total. It's the same strategy, just in 3D. Wow, you have learned so much. You've basically got shape superpowers now. You know about polygons, angles, perimeter, area, and volume. So, it's time to put all those amazing new skills to the test. Get ready for the final challenge. Okay, here's the mission. Our friend Zarek needs us. He's built this really cool ornamental fish pond, and now he needs to put a fence all the way around it. The big question for us, the Master Shape Explorers, is exactly how long does that fence need to be? Let's help him out. Let's take a look at the plan. Zarek's pond is another one of those composite shapes, right? We can see the fence has to go around a rectangular bit and an octagonal bit. So let's use our trick and handle them one at a time. The outer sides of the rectangle add up to 52 meters. And for the octagon, it has 7 outer sides that need a fence, and each one is 8 meters long. So 7 times 8 is 56 meters. Okay, we have our two numbers. Now we just have to add them up. All right, here we go. 52 meters for the first part plus 56 meters for the second part gives us a grand total of 108 meters. Yes, we did it! Zarek needs exactly 108 meters of fence. Final challenge complete. And just like that, you are officially a Master Shape Explorer. Seriously, congratulations! You've totally unlocked the secrets of polygons. You can measure any angle, and perimeter, area, and volume are no match for you. So my last question to you is this. Now that you have these superpowers, what amazing composite shapes are you going to find out there in your world today? Go on, keep exploring.